2019 Leaving Cert Higher Level question 6 on paper 2 was a probability with sets question and another probability question. So we're told that these events F and S are independent, so that's the key to this question. So independent events, the probability of A by the probability of B, although F and S in this question is equal to the probability of A intersection B. So that's what we have to use here. The probability of F is equal to a quarter plus a fifth, so that's 5/20 plus 4/20, which is 9/20. The probability of S is equal to X plus 1/5. So if we multiply these two, we'll get an answer of a fifth based on this formula. So 9/20 multiplied by X plus 1/5 is equal to 1/5. So 9/20 times X plus that'll be 100, is equal to 1/5. If we multiply by 100 here, it might make it a little bit easier. So we're going to get 100. So that's going to give us 45x plus 9 is equal to 20. So 45x is equal to 11. So x will be 11/45. And to calculate y, we know that when we're using sets like this and we have fractions, the numbers add up to 1. So y is just equal to 1 take away the three other numbers, a quarter plus a fifth plus 11/45. So just type that into your calculator and you get an answer for y, and it comes out to be y is equal to 11/36. Second part of this question, we're told it's a club with children in it. There are 10 Spanish and there's twice as many Irish as German waiting to go on a swing. And what's the probability that the first student to go, when they're picked at random? So what's the probability the first child will be German and the second child not German? Well, you're told it's 1/6. So how many children are in the club is the question. So twice as many Irish as German. So we let German equal X, Irish will be equal to 2X. So the probability that the first child is German, well, we don't know the number, but it's just X divided by the total, which is 3X plus 10. And it's a multiply. The probability not German, well, what's left? There's going to be there's going to be one of the students selected was German. So for them not to be German are these two. So we're going to have to select from that 2x plus 10 group. And how many students are left? Well, there was 3x plus 10 to begin with, but they chose one, so it's going to be 3x plus 9. So this just looks like we're going to get a quadratic. That's equal to 1/6. So let's simplify the top to get 2x squared plus 10x. And the bottom is 3x plus 10 by 3x plus 9. So 9x squared plus 27x plus 30x plus 90, all equal to 1/6. So cross multiply, 12x squared plus 60x is equal to 9x squared plus 57x plus 90. And if we bring everything to the left, we're going to get 3x squared. 60x minus 57x is plus 3x. And we just have a minus 90. They all divide by 3. So x squared plus 3x minus 30 is equal to 0. And if we factorize that, we will get x, it's 10, and what's it going to give us? The middle term will be just x, obviously. So don't rush these questions. So we're going to get a 6 and a 5. So we're going to have x plus 6 by x minus 5. So x is equal to minus 6, but we can't have a negative number of Germans. So there has to be 5 Germans. We go back up here. 5 Germans, which would be 10 Irish and 10 Spanish, giving a total of 25 students in the club.